Hey, what is up, guys? Andrew here from Cinema with a huge video today. As most of you may know, the iPhone 5S and 5C event was today. They didn't live stream the event, so I had to follow it via blog, but I did get all the information that was key. So let's get started. First off, we're going to talk about the iPhone 5C. Everything about iOS 7 that they did show was basically showed at WWDC back in June. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the iPhone 5C, two new designs for both iPhones, I should say, the iPhone 5C and the iPhone 5S. The iPhone 5C is basically made with the same technology as the iPhone 5. It's available in a greenish color, a gray, a light blue, a peachish color, and a yellow. The backgrounds of those phones match the colors of the phone of the color, so the background will match the phone color, which is kind of nice. They did show some pretty crazy cases. In fact, they probably showed at one point like 20 on screen, which was insane. It is steel reinforced, and it also houses the antenna in this steel construction type thing. Onto the display, it's 4-inch Retina display, just like the iPhone 5. Integrated touch, full sRGB video, and also widescreen support. Has a new camera app with live photo filters, a 3x video zoom, the A6 chip, a new FaceTime HD camera, has larger pixels, FaceTime audio, and also improved backside illumination. It also features more LTE bands than any other phone in the world. There are other small details in there, but I just didn't bother writing them down because I didn't even know what half of them meant. But anyway, the 16GB variant of the phone is $99 on a 2-year contract. The 32GB model is $199 on a 2-year contract. More on the construction of the phone. It features a polycarbonate plastic design. It's, I believe they said it was a single piece. It's designed to feel better in the hand, so basically, like I said earlier, the iPhone 5C is basically the exact same thing as the iPhone 5, except it's plastic and has a few slightly updated hardware specs. Now, that's the iPhone 5C. Now let's get into the iPhone 5S. Right off the bat, it has a new home screen button, and I will get to that shortly. It has the A7 chip on board. I'm not sure if it's dual core or quad core. They didn't say. But something interesting that it does have is it features 64-bit desktop class architecture, so it's the world's first 64-bit chip. It comes in 3 colors: a silver, a champagne gold, well, they call it gold, and they got rid of like black and are now calling it space gray. The A7 chip provides up to twice as fast in performance and twice the graphics performance as well. Great performance for better apps. It features OpenGL ES 3.0. I don't know what that is, but some of you might, and I don't. They also did show a little cool thing on Infinity Blade 3. They show their demos of the new games each year, and it looked pretty cool from the photos I saw. Moving forward, it has a motion coprocessor called the M7 chip, so it has like another microprocessor built into there, which will provide a new generation of health and fitness apps. It continually measures motion data, which is really nice. So it's going to aid the A7 chip with all computing needs regarding motion. Onto like battery life, the 3G talk time is 10 hours. The 3G browsing is 8 hours. The LTE browsing, so 4G, is 10 hours. Wi-Fi is 10 hours. Has a 250-hour standby time, and video time is 10 hours, and finally music is 40 hours. Now, the iPhone 5S does feature a new camera, a new eyesight camera, I should say. It has a 5-element Apple-designed lens with an aperture of 2.2. That provides a 15% larger sensor, which also gives it bigger pixels, which is in turn gonna have a better picture. Now, the camera auto sets the white balance and exposure when you open the app. It features something called a True Tone Flash, which is basically, it has different flashes for different photos. I don't know if you've ever taken a picture with an iPhone and the flash made the photo look terrible. Well, they have fixed this problem. There's 1,000 possible color temperatures for the flashes, and it does have like 2 different flashes on the back of the phone, I believe. It also has auto image stabilization, A really cool thing that they also did show is that it has a burst mode, which I believe is 10 photos per second. Is that what they said? And there's also a new slow motion mode, which is very cool. You get 120 frames per second at 720p HD. It has a 28 megapixel panorama, which is an improvement over the iPhone 5. And now onto that new home button that I mentioned at the beginning of the 5S section. So the new home button features a fingerprint sensor, and it's called Touch ID. Now the Touch ID has a capacitive touch sensor, which is 170 microns thin. It has a 500 pixel per inch resolution and 360 degree readability. So I guess it doesn't matter which way you put your finger on the screen. There's a sapphire cut lens to protect the sensor. Something that's very cool with Touch ID is that it can be used for your iTunes password. So you'll never have to put in your password for buying new songs or music or whatever. So that's going to be a huge helpful, in my opinion. And they were like advertising as the most secure phone in the world, which, you know, it probably will be and is. It does not store your fingerprint anywhere, like not on the iCloud servers. Apple doesn't store it. At least that's what they tell us. The only place it is stored is in a subsection of the A7 chip. So wrapping up the video here, the 16 gigabyte model is $200, or $199 as they like to say. The 32 gigabyte is $299, and finally the 64 gigabyte is $399. As for pre-order dates and sales dates, the pre-order date for the iPhone 5C is this Friday on the 13th. So, geez, Friday the 13th. Holy crap. They didn't say, at least from the information I got, they didn't say if there was a pre-order for the iPhone 5S. I don't know. There might be. But the release of the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 5C are both on September 20th, which is a week from Friday. So anyway, guys, this wraps up the iPhone 5S, iPhone 5C spec video update, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this information helpful, I'd really appreciate a like down below. If you have any questions, you can either send me a private message or leave a comment. I read all the comments and messages. So once again, guys, thanks so much for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.